Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to start with our new content from writing skill, which is 3.5, drafting a virtual message from your page number 159. Actually, this is very new concept which is included in your syllabus this year. It was not there before. So today we are going to discuss about how to draft a virtual message. Okay, so first thing is that we should know the meaning of the word virtual. Playing, you must be knowing that virtual means which is nearby. Okay, so here we have to amuse that something it is there, and virtual message means here the actual person is not there front of us, but then also when we try to talk with that person by using different modes of communication, that is virtual message. We know that communication is essential to human being. Though other living beings they are also communicate with among themselves at a basic level, but the human communication is quite advanced and complex. Transmissions and the reception of ideas, thoughts, feelings, and information in a mutually comprehensible way is called communication. Communication can be broadly classified into oral, written, and virtual, right? So there are the three types of communication. Oral means when we talk directly with that person. Written means we write something on letter on page and we send that paper to that person, so that is written mode of communication. And virtual means when we communicate with that person through mobile, through computers, so that is virtual type. Now a message is an informal mode of communication. Here the first receiver of the information process the data and then transcript the vital elements in the form of message is to intended receiver, who is generally a third party. Now there are so types of messages. There are positive type of the messages, means where we express thanks, sympathy, appreciation to the person. There are some negative type of the messages too, where disappointment, denial, disapproval, cancellation type of the messages are there. Neutral messages where no emotions, feelings or sentiments are not there. Then persuasive message means here the prompting the receiver to action or extending assurance or support. Okay, so now the definition of virtual communication. When we communicate with the people who are not physically present in front of us, it is called virtual communication. Means the person who is not existing front of me, but then also today because of advanced technology we are able to talk with that person. That is virtual communication. The people could be nearby or far away. Though virtual communication came into being with the advent of telephone or recent revolution in communication technology made it very popular and common. Not only we can talk with that person, but we can also see that person and talk, means audio and video type of facilities made virtual communication favorite mode of contemporary world. Now there are some types of messages under this virtual communication. Messages, it is the way to convey the message to the person for whom it is meant. Now when we write message, so that time we request that person, we give some important information, we give some sort of explanation to that person, or sometimes we say sorry to that person. Okay, now this is the format. First we'll see what are the types of the messages. Now these are the types of the messages. There are total 6 type of the messages: directional messages, message of possibility, message of reality, message of necessity, new idea messages, and reframing messages. So first we'll see that is directional type of messages. Now these type of messages give us a point of view on the best way to achieve a certain goal. Here in this message, tips are given, guidelines are given to that person, means how to become a famous person, how to become a richer, how to become a happier person. So these type of the categories can be there. So here the person get direction, proper direction, and that's why this type of the messages are called directional messages. Now next type of messages are messages of possibility. A message of possibility reminds us that something else is also possible, and these type of messages give hopes to the receiver and prompts him to be optimistic. Okay, so here we get the possibility, means this can be also happen. So there is a second way which is available to that person, and it creates hope in that person. So that is the type of the possibility type of the messages. Next messages are messages of reality. So here this type of messages, they gives reality to the person. Ask the receiver to reassess the situation. Such a messages could be a factual as a mini map or a complex as the conceptual framework. A message of reality help us to reset our views about the possibility and the limitations of our approaches. In type of the reality type of the messages, we get reality of the situation. So what possibilities are there, what limitations we have, here exact situation we get through this message, that is reality type of the messages. Next type of the message is messages of necessity. In this type of messages this is the clarion call for action. It goes beyond the possibilities and limitation. It is a dictate to get what we want. Such a message usually begins with the expression we need to, means we should do that, we have to do that. So necessity are the type of the messages where we can go out of possibilities, out of limitations, and we try to convey our message to the person. Next is new idea messages. These messages come from the people who hit on a novel idea or who had a flash of revelatory insight. This type of messages are shared with the great excitement and the enthusiasm. In this type of the messages, we get something new idea here we get, and it goes beyond writing, beyond the reality, and it creates enthusiasm, happiness, excitement among the people. Reframing messages. Such messages aims at reversal of views and ideas. They intend to effect a full turn of affairs by trying to reframe our so-called weaknesses to strength, or concept of ugliness to beauty, or in short, everything vice versa. In refreshing messages, we just do vice versa, means if the thing is weak, so we try to make it more stronger. If the thing is ugly, so here in the message we try to make it beautiful. So in short, virtual communication has now created a cost effective and time saving environment of information transfer, right? Because nowadays we are just talking. Now today what we are doing, this is the type of the virtual message only, because the students, they are not front of me, right? Then also I am trying to teach them, and the students who are far away from me, they are trying to learn from my this virtual message. So this is the virtual type of the communication only, and this is cost effective as well as it is time saving message, and in this pandemic situation it is safe 2. And this type of communication, it is available 24 into 7 hours. All this make virtual communication the mainstay of information transfer in the years to come. So student, here is the format. Now all you use WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebooks, messages, simple text messages, all things are there, and that's why you know that how to write or how to do text messages. But our virtual messages, that is little bit different. Here we have to use particular format while writing virtual message. So though text message has become quite common nowadays, there are still occasions where we need to draft a written message. So learning to write short and clear messages is an accomplishment that each student must aspire for. The input information for the message usually comes in form of telephone conversation. Standard instruction may also contain necessary input for the written message. The receiver of the input information is then required to convert it into a written message. Now, these messages are generally written in this format. The format, it is there front of you. Okay, so question also you can read that you live as a paying guest along with your cousin. You receive a call from your father to inform your cousin about the heart operation of your uncle. The appointment for the operation has been fixed for 9 December 2012, and you have to ask your cousin to reach the hospital as soon as possible. Okay, so this is the question that where you have to drop a virtual message to your cousin. So this will be the format. Okay, so this will be the format. First thing is that this box is compulsory. Okay, so you have to make this box first. Here you can use black, blue pen, don't use pencil. Then date is very compulsory. Okay, so you have to mention date in this format. First you have to write the month, then date, and then year. Down of that or front of that, here you can mention time. In front also you can mention time, there will be no problem. If you will write down, then also it is okay. Then you have to leave here one line, that will be blank line, and down of that then you have to do the salutation for the person to whom you are writing message. Now here you are writing message to your cousin, that's why here you will write dear brother, dear sister, or dear cousin. Then on the next line you will start writing message which you got from your father. So there was a conversation between you and your father, and that same message you have to give to your cousin by writing. Okay, so here the message will be in short. In short, student, you have to write messages. So first you will write date, then time, then name of the person to whom the message you want to give, then body of the messages, this is the body of message. Okay, and then name of the writer, means here the sender name will be come, means you are writing, so your name will be here. Now some points you have to remember. Write only the most important points, means whatever it is mentioned in the question, that only you have to write here. Okay, no extra information. Do not add any new information. Use grammatically correct sentences, which is very important. Then use simple language and avoid abbreviations. Don't use short forms. You have to use simple language, and you have to avoid abbreviations. Check your message before sending or submitting it. Use reader friendly and polite tone. Your tone should be very friendly and polite, and avoid criticism, pun, all this would be create confusion. Okay, so any misreading in such cases may lead to a chaotic situation. So simple message we have to drop to that person. Father called to inform about appointment for uncle's heart operation. It has been fixed for December 9, 2012. It has asked you to reach hospital as soon as possible. In simple, in short language, the message it is given, right? And to be written inside a box. So box is very compulsory. Okay, so whatever information we have seen, student, you have to copy down that in your grammar notebook in writing skills section. When oral will be there, that time I am going to check that. This example also you will write, and this answer format also you are going to copy in your notebook. Okay, now some more examples we are going to discuss. Now here one more example, that Himani has to go to her friend's house to bring a book. Just as she is about to leave, her father calls and asks her to inform her mother that a few guests would be coming for dinner that day. And Himani leaves the following message for her mother. Now the father has called Himani, and father has given message to Himani that she should give message to her mother that some guests are going to come to her house. Okay, so what this will be our format again. Again we have to write date. Date will be first, then your time should be here actually. Okay. Okay, so date should be upside and time should be down to that. Then to whom you are conveying your message, the person name. Father called to inform you that few guests would be coming for dinner tonight. This simple message will be there. Your message should be of only 40 to 50 words, not more than that. Okay, you are not going to write like later in informal way. So 40 to 50 words you are going to use, and at last you are going to mention your name. So this is the simple method for virtual message, where there are the chances to get full marks because this is a simple type. Okay, now one more I have given. Now here the conversation it is given. Okay, and you have to just convert this conversation into the form of virtual message. So see the conversation, this is between two friends. Soumya, hello, hello. This is Parth, Rohan's friend. Is Rohan at home? Sorry, my brother is not at home. Any message for him? Means Soumya, she is the brother. Sorry, she is the sister of Rohan, and she has picked up the call of Rohan's friend, and there is a conversation between them. Please tell him that our music teacher will be taking an extra class today at 6 p.m. and attendance is compulsory. Thank you for the information. I will convey the message to my brother. Now what you have to do here, the conversation it is given, so you have to just convert this in conversation into virtual message. Okay, so same format again we will use. Okay, here again the same thing, date, here should be time. Then now she is going to tell to her brother. So here that person name will be there, Rohan. Parth called to inform about extra class for music at 6 p.m. today, and attendance is compulsory. And here the person who is writing the message, that person's name. Okay, so you must have understood that here the two type of the question can be there. Either there will be conversation which will be given to you in your paper, and that you have to convert into virtual message, or there can be question like this. Okay, so conversation will not be there, but this type of the question will be there, and that you have to convert into the message. So format will be same for writing virtual message, right? So I hope that you must have understood that how to write virtual message. Now student, here I have given homework for you. Okay, so in the form of the conversation I have given you one example that you have to convert into the virtual message. Okay, so here is the question, and this you have to solve in your grammar book. You are Ramesh, you have to assume that you are Ramesh. Today you had following conversation with Rajesh. Rajesh is a friend of your elder brother. Okay, so here is the conversation between the Rajesh and Ramesh Now you are the Ramesh. Today you had the following conversation with Rajesh, a friend of your elder brother. Now this message you are going to convert to your elder brother, so that you have to write. This is hello, this is it is the number. Yes, I am Ramesh speaking. What can I do for you? Well, Ramesh, I am Rajesh. You know your brother's friend. Oh, I see. Well, brother is not here now, so can I help you? Could you please convey him that he should bring my practical book today in school as I need it in class today? That's fine. I shall do that. Okay, so this was the conversation between Rajesh and Ramesh. Now, here you have to convey this message to your elder brother. So any name also you can mention while writing, or brother, like this also you can make salutation. So as you are leaving for your school, write a message for your brother in about 50 words. Put your message in a box. Box is compulsory. Always you have to drop your virtual message in box only. Okay, so this is your homework. You have to do that. Okay students, so today we are going to stop here. Have a nice day and thank you.